So booking my flight ilikuwa not that hectic. It was very easy, but it's somehow expensive. Was coming all the way to Australia. Manze huku ni mbali. So my visa, so my ticket costed me around 250,000. That is 1 week. Yes. So once you're done, so you book your visa. Once you're done with your visa application, you're granted. The next thing inakwanga tu you book now. Ile siku yenye unaingia shule, so like ukishajua time unaingia shule, at least come 1 month or 2 months earlier, but I don't think it's more than that. So if you can 1 month or 2 months earlier, then you're good to go. Ukuje and then you start your life. Well, umefika Australia. Two hearts running wild. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My good name is Njeri, as you know. For those people who are joining for the first time, welcome. And then for those people who are coming back, you feel welcome. So if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly do so, and I appreciate so much. A lot of people have been coming to my inbox and asking me, how can I come to Australia? And then I'm like, I just highlight some few things. And then I sat down and thought, how about if I can just give you the steps that I used to come over to Australia as a student? Because I came here as a student with a student visa, and this is a process. So first thing first, your education level. Why your education level? You need to get to know, like, are you from high school, or maybe from college, or maybe from campus, and have you performed well in your academics? That is, do you have credit and class? So for those ones, I had performed well. The second thing that you need to do is do your research. Do your research well and get to know the uni that you'd love to go is in which state, or which state would you prefer to go. Do you have relatives there? Do you have friends there? Because that's another advantage for you. Well, you get to familiarize yourself or get to know more things about Australia and the state that you want to go. And then the other thing that you need to get to know is about, do you have your passport with you? If you have your passport with you, then you're good to go. The third thing that you need to consider is your education agency. Education agency, it's not like the other agencies who usually take people to Qatar or those Middle East countries. No, this is an education agency, and for you to get to know the good education agents that you can use, you do your research and get to know that most of the education agency, they have offices over here in Australia. So you need to know, is this the agency am I going to choose, or which agency am I going to go for? So just make sure you have a good agency and you get more information about their agency. Get to know if they've been taking, or they've been bringing students over here, so that you can make a right decision for yourself. This is because a lot of people have been scammed, and I will never want you to get scammed or to get to fall in that same trap, Well, once you get to know the good agency, you go direct to them and talk to them. For me, I went to my education agency. I won't mention which education agency that is. And I told them that I would love to go to Australia. And then the next thing they ask you is about the document. So the document, make sure you have your passport, you have your academic certificates, and then that is the birth certificates, where you're going to get your bank statements. And mind you, your bank statements is supposed to be from you yourself, if you have enough bank statements to support yourself, or maybe from your mom, your dad, your sibling, or maybe your uncle, your aunt, that is the relatives, or your grandma or your grandpa. That's the limit for bank statement, but you can get bank statement from a friend. After those listed documents, the agency is going to request you to send you those documents, but you don't have to send all those documents because it's a start. You're going to do an application, and then the agency is going to give you a list of the schools with the courses that relate to whatever you did in your, let's say your college, or what you'd love to go and pursue, you see. So, and then there's another thing. Let's say you were in Kenya and you were doing a course in business management. So you can't come over here, you change and you say you want to do nursing or you want to do engineering. No, you're going to follow the same path. Like you're going to follow your career where you started. So you can't change. Nowadays, I don't think they're allowing that. So after you've been given a list of schools or list of unis, then you just go through and the one that you prefer, like let's say me, I would like to stay in Sydney, I like to live in Melbourne, or maybe Perth, or maybe in Adelaide, So from your preferred uni, you just choose it and then you settle with that. Yeah. So and that's it. Once you settle with the school, you settle with the uni that you've chose, and that's it. Now the fifth one, that is application. So for the application, your education agency is going to ask you to give you those documentation. Those are ones that I've listed a few of them there. So he or she is going to ask you to give the documents, and then there'll be a certain application fee charged by the agency, but it's not expensive in Kenyan shillings. I don't think it's even beyond 100,000, or I think it's not even beyond 50,000. So it's just a certain fee, not a lot of money for the application, for the whole application, because the agency is the one who is going to do the application on your behalf. So you're not going to do the application, right? So for me, I just gave the education agency my documents, and then they started doing the application for me. So the application probably takes 2 to 3 or to 4 weeks. For me, I remember, I think it took me like a month and a half, but I guess it's because maybe they had backlog from the uni that I wanted to come. That is, so for mine, it took a month and a half, but finally the application came. So the offer came, I mean, the sixth one, it's the offer letter. You get the offer letter from the uni that you had done the application. So this offer letter, you get it, it's unconditional. Mine, I got unconditional offer letter. That is, I was supposed to proceed and to pay the school fees that they have listed there. And then I was supposed to pay, the school fees normally comes together with health cover, so it's inclusive there. So I was supposed to pay, was it around 1.2 M, and then inclusive of cover letter, it was almost like 1.4 M. You see, 1.4 million Kenyan shillings. I'm talking in Kenyan shillings. Once you pay the school fees, that unconditional offer comes with, maybe they ask you to give the bank statement, probably maybe 6 months and above, 6 to 12 months. And then once you give the bank statement, the other thing they ask is they ask about the SOP, that is the statement of purpose. And then there's something else they ask about the IELTS. You may be English test, you may do IELTS, they may ask you about IELTS. Sometimes maybe they do TOEFL, and then maybe PTE, depending on the one that the education agency will tell you to go for. You just go for the one that the education agency will ask you to go to do. So you're going to do your English test, and then you pay the school fees, and then you provide the bank statements. And the education agency sends them to the uni on your behalf. Understand? So once the documents have been sent to the uni, you have to wait. For me, I remember I waited for, I think, for 3 to 4 days. Seventh one is this one, that is confirmation of enrollment, that is COE. The COE comes and it tells you that you've been enrolled to the uni that is the one that you chose of your choice. I was so happy, like damn, I was so happy. I was like, now I'm going to Australia, So after I got the confirmation of enrollment, it gives you the duration of your course, and then it tells you the course that you are enrolled. I mean, the course that you're enrolled, and then it shows you the fees that you've paid, and then the health cover. So that's the confirmation of enrollment. Then once you get the confirmation of enrollment, that's it. You are done with uni application for the university. Once you are done with a COE and you've been confirmed, you've been enrolled in your university, the eighth thing, the eighth thing is now visa application. You're going to do the visa application. For me, I remember after I got the COE, because COE yangu ilikuja like after like let me see, probably because of the documentation and so far and so on. After application, like 1.5 months, then like 1 week, I got the operator, and then I filled everything, and then I got the COE. Then you go to visa application. You see, so for the visa application, remember umetumia agency all those list of the documents na zenye amekuitisha umempatia, so that is the bank statements, utarudi kumpatia tena, that is your bank statements. No, you almost done with the paperwork, because a lot of documents you've sent them to the agency, the one that is dealing with you. Now whatever you need to do here is you're supposed to give your birth certificate, because you had your birth certificate, your sponsor's birth certificate, and then the bank statements, because maybe the school maybe ilikuwa imekuitisha, so you have all of them with your agents. Then there are some documents which comes along with that is the paperwork, comes along with their visa application. That is, you have to declare, you say your visa history, have you ever traveled, that is a travel history. So here you need to be true, like usidanganyane, unaget. So if you've ever had a visa cancellation, you need to declare it down there, and you say, I had a visa cancellation to Canada, or maybe to UK, or maybe Europe, anywhere that ulikuwa unaenda, unaona? Because the moment you deny, you say you didn't have any visa cancellation, you know your name, because we are digitalized, understand, and these first world countries, so they have almost every information or access to your information according to the way you had given them. So they're going to know ulikuwa na visa cancellation, and if you had not declared, then your application inaishanga hapo. So it's good to be true, you give the right documentation, and you say the correct things, and you'll be okay. So that then hapo, your COE still is needed, you already have it. Your bank statement, that is the sponsor who is sponsoring you, bank statements. They probably ask 6 or 12 months bank statements, and then they may say they want liquidity cash of probably like 4 million, 5 million, and then like on my time, that time wako wanaitishanga hizo, si lazima kungekuwa na bank statement kuna pesa pale chini, but wanakuitisha tu bank statement waone kama whoever is supporting you amekuwa akian, you know. So that's it. And then the other thing you need now to be serious about, it's SOP. The SOP, you need to make sure that you've given them enough information about you. What do you want to come and do here? The studies, and after your studies, what are your plans? So you need to have very strong home ties. What do you mean by very strong home ties? Home ties is like, you need to show them that once you finish your studies, you'll be going back. And you need to make sure that you umeandika something that wanajua, yes, you'll be going back. So you need to convince them and show them that once you're done with your studies, you'll be going back, right? So for those things, you need to make sure that maybe if you're a dad, you have your wife, you have your kids over there, and you have to go back to them. Maybe you have properties, and you need to go and run your properties. Maybe you are the breadwinner in your family, and you'd love to go back to assist your families, and so on, so on, those kind of things. So you have to make sure that you give them enough information and strong home ties. That is, then you book for your biometrics. And for biometrics, okay, for the visa application, it's around 80,000 to 100 right now, I guess 80,000 to 100K, yeah, Kenyan shillings. Then for the biometrics, you need to go and take your biometrics, and then for biometrics, I think it's around 5,000 Kenyan shillings. Yeah, probably it's located in Westlands. Yeah, yenye mimi nilienda ilikuwa Westlands. So nikamaliza biometrics, and then after biometrics nikabukiwa. So the agents ni anakubukianga everything. So they booked me in for biometrics, nikaenda, nikamaliza, I paid 5,000, and then they booked me for medical assessment. For the medical assessment, you're going to be assessed. For ladies, if you're pregnant, if you have TB, and general body assessment by the qualified doctors. So, for that one, I remember I paid around 20,000. But right now, I don't know how much they are paying. So that's the money that I paid. I paid 20,000 for the medicals. And then this application, it takes around 2 to 3 weeks, or it can make maybe it can take even one month, or maybe 2, 3, or 4 months, depending on the application that has been done and the backlog. If they have a lot of backlog, like on applications mingi, so that means it may take longer. But if they don't have a lot of application, then be assured that your application may come even from two as from 2 weeks. Yes, as from 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. Yeah, exactly. So that's most of them, they come zikienda sana kabisa, unapatanga zinafika like 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. So that is it. So your visa application, so unakaa unangoja, you've just done everything that needs to be done, you finished. And then the other thing is medical assessment. So all of these, they are under visa application. So once you're done with all of these things, then the next thing is you just stay there and wait for the result and wait for your visa. Now, for me, I think I waited for 2 months. Yeah, mine took time. Anyway, for like 2 months. Yeah, but it wasn't exactly 2 months, like, but like 1 month or 3 weeks. Yeah, so I was granted my visa. That is. So the visa now comes in with a condition, and then you have to go through the conditions. It is multiple entries, so you can come in, go out of the country anytime that you want. But mostly for the students, it's preferred you come in and you go out of the country when you're on holidays, because they discourage you from going or traveling when it's during the school session, so that you can be in a position to concentrate and learn and understand everything. So I think that's it. So wanna see process kubwa. So that's how I did mine. And maybe if I can just give you a rough estimate of maybe whatever I used. Then, okay, once I was done with the visa application and nikapata visa, that is, the visa was granted, then the next thing was booking my flight. So booking my flight ilikuwa not that hectic. It was very easy, but it's somehow expensive. Because coming all the way to Australia, manze huku ni mbali. So my visa, so my ticket costed me around 250,000. That is 1 week. Yes. So once you're done, so you book your visa. Once you're done with the visa application, you're granted. The next thing inakwanga tu, you book now. Ile siku yenye unaingia shule, so like ukishajua time unaingia shule, at least come 1 month or 2 months earlier, but I don't think it's more than that. So if you can 1 month or 2 months earlier, then you're good to go. Ukuje and then you start your life. Well, umefika Australia. Well, kutoka hapo, it's a history. Okay, like it's not a history, but unakuanga uko overwhelmed, you happy, you confused at the same time. It's a new country, culture shock, and a lot of things. You maybe like for me, nakwambia mimi mara zenye nimelia nikiwa huku, oh my goodness. Hata sijui niseme nini, because especially when you are all by yourself, and a lot of, okay, you have friends here, you have people here, but let me tell you that one thing, inakwanga culture shock, and then there's no social life. But once unaendelea tu kidogo, una get used to, because after all, unajua whatever brought you here, sindio? Yeah, so exactly, that's it. So I think right now I'm going to do some research and get to know exactly as we speak, like sahi, because unajua mimi nilikuja hiyo application yangu I did it in 2022, but right now tuko 2025, unaona. So I don't know exactly what they are asking for, because this country every year, that is on July, they have to keep on adjusting every now and then. So they may change the process, they may change the documentation, they may change a lot of things at once. In each and every year, there must be changes. So those changes affect those people who are still in the process of application, you see. But if you've done your application and you've been granted your visa, it can't affect you. But as long as you've not been granted your visa and the changes are being done, definitely it's going to affect you. So I wish you the best. And if you want to take a step and chase your dreams, and you'd like to say, let me go and venture outside there and get to know whatever happens, I wish you the best. Go for it, baby girl. Go for it, baby boy. Go for it. Do it. Go for it. Yeah, and that's it. So thank you for watching this video, and I'm so happy. I'm so grateful, and thank you for taking your time to be here with me and to listen to what I was saying. Thank you. Don't forget to comment down there. Just ask me something. I'm gonna reply to you, and if it needs me to do a video, I'm going to do it to you. So thank you, and don't forget to thumbs up. Mwah. Cheers. Sana next video. Now tender.